In 2001, Nebraska quarterback Eric Crouch won the Heisman and led the Cornhuskers to the national championship. However, what has happened to every QB since then? Part 3. With prior starter Joe Daly transferring out, the starting role would be taken over by Butler Community College transfer Zach Taylor. He would go on to lead the Huskers for his 2 years of remaining eligibility with a very rough start in 2005, completing only 29 of his 89 passes while slinging 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. He would turn it around and lead the Huskers to an 8-4 record, ending the season ranked 24th after a come-behind victory in the Alamo Bowl against Michigan. However, this season would have some rough losses, with Nebraska's first loss to Kansas in 37 years, where Zach Taylor only threw for 117 yards. At the time, though, Zach Taylor would set the school record for passing yards, tossing for 2,653 yards with 19 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. The next year, 2006, would be a big step up for Zach Taylor, throwing for more yards, breaking his previous record, while this time tossing for 26 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. This would lead the Huskers to a 9-3 record in an appearance in the Big 12 championship game. However, this would end with the Huskers losing to number 8 ranked Oklahoma 21-7, a somewhat low-scoring affair that could have won a different way with some different breaks. Like this diving in, the Huskers would then go on to lose a close game to Auburn in the Cotton Bowl, ending the season 9-5 and ending ranked 22nd. This season would actually get Zach Taylor named the 2006 Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. Leaving the Huskers, Taylor would go undrafted in the 2007 draft, though he was signed by the Bucs to their practice squad, but he actually got cut before even heading to camp. After this, he would spend a year in the CFL on the practice squad for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and after this would end his playing career. Though his story isn't over, as Zach has had a very extensive coaching career, starting as a graduate assistant for Texas A&M for 3 years, then moving to the NFL with the Miami Dolphins, starting as an assistant quarterback coach, and moving up to be the offensive coordinator and QB's coach, before leaving in 2016 to go to Cincinnati, where he was the offensive coordinator and QB coach. After that, he would spend 2 years with the Rams, first as an assistant wide receivers coach, and then in 2018, he was the quarterbacks coach, the year that Jared Goff led the Rams to the Super Bowl. In 2019, he was then hired to be the head coach of the Bengals, and overall has led the team to a 41-52 record, but he has won the AFC North 2 years, in 2021 and 2022, with an appearance in the Super Bowl in 2021 and an AFC Championship appearance in 2022. Obviously, he's got Joe Burrow as a QB now, and it kind of feels like the Bengals just haven't been able to connect all the dots, especially this year. They look kind of rough. Overall, I'd say Zach Taylor is the most successful on this list so far, but do you remember Zach Taylor's Nebraska days?